The largest boss's impregnable, multi-million-dollar stronghold has just been ruthlessly broken from the inside. Additionally, William Leonard Roberts' public persona will never be the same. The world witnessed Rick Ross present an image of unwavering, absolute domination in music for more than 15 years. A larger-than-life magnate who, with a drink of opulent champagne and a chilly chuckle, dismissed every internet attack, music, government audit, and street quarrel. However, the Golden Curtain was brutally torn away late yesterday afternoon when 45 seconds of unaltered, high-definition security footage taken inside the master office wing of his 109-room promised land estate were leaked by his longtime personal private chef, a trusted member of his inner circle. There isn't a boss in the video. It depicts a sobbing, devastated guy. Rick Ross is seen visibly collapsing into tears and clutching his head in trembling hands in the horrifying video that has sent nuclear shock waves tearing through the entire hip-hop community. He is completely overwhelmed and crying uncontrollably over the relentless, intense psychological warfare that his eternal rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, has unleashed. The image of the macho, untouchable underworld boss has entirely vanished in favor of unadulterated fear. And the horrifying turn of events that have ignited social media. 50 Cent did more than simply retweet the tearful video. In an attempt to reveal the precise, private pleading messages that drove Ross over the line, he has initiated a parallel calculation-driven web campaign. We're dissecting the minute details captured in that room, so stay with me for the next few minutes. Ross' team is presently doing emergency damage control because to the severe business consequences, the leaked phone tape playing in the background, and the bombshell public statement made by the insider chef. You can't afford to take a single, fleeting glance away. You must consider the unparalleled scope of the psychological conflict that led us to this disastrous breaking point in order to really understand how a single 45-second film may quickly destroy a multi-million-dollar enterprise and undermine a 17-year reputation. The battle between Curtis, 50 Cent, Jackson, and William Rick Ross Roberts has been the most acrimonious, intensely personal, and strategic rivalry in the history of international entertainment for almost 20 years. This fight has been fought in federal courtrooms, business boardrooms, private asset declarations, and persistent online trolling campaigns, in contrast to normal rap conflicts that start over a song and end in a few weeks. Perception is leverage in this conflict, and leverage is crucial. The match was first made at the BET Hip Hop Awards in 2008. Hip-hop legend claims that in a backstage hallway, 50 Cent, then seated on the ultimate throne of his worldwide gun domination, gave Rick Ross a chilly, fleeting glare. That look was considered a deadly insult for a man like Rick Ross, who was actively creating a hyper-masculine, untouchable drug lord mythos around his Maybach music group, Music. With the release of the notorious song Mafia Music in early 2009, Ross immediately went to fight. However, 50 Cent did what he does best. He responded with more than just a rap verse. He underwent total surgery. In a matter of weeks, the GNIT leader retrieved official records from the Florida Department of Corrections, revealing to the public that Rick Ross was actually William Roberts, a former correctional officer who had worked for 18 months in a state jail. He gave him the poisonous title Officer Ricky, which was created especially to destroy his street reputation. That discovery would have ended an artist's career in any other time period. Music, however, Rick Ross accomplished something very amazing. He wouldn't give up. By transforming Maybach Music Group into a dominant force, signing huge hitmakers like Meek Mill and Whale, and enveloping himself in the visual armor of excessive music riches, he furthered the luxury narrative. Ross bought Evander Holyfield's old Georgia mega house, a vast 54,000-square-foot estate with a 350,000-gallon pool, exclusive highway access, and a dining hall meant for 100 guests, to demonstrate his financial dominance over 50 Cent. Using the estate as a visual stronghold, Ross recorded himself lounging by the pool, flaunting his enormous collection of exotic vintage cars and sporting iced-out million-dollar chains. Ross utilized that extravagance to make fun of 50 Cent for years after the latter had significant legal difficulties. Most famously, 50 filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2015 after being ordered to pay $7 million for a private music tape that had been leaked. Music. Ross made fun of 50's financial situation for years. During legal discovery, Ross boasted on podcasts and live broadcasts that his legal team had examined his financial records from the 1950s and felt terrible for him. While 50 Cent battled under court rulings, Ross positioned himself as the superior label head, the wealthier businessman, and the unconcerned employer who controlled his assets. Curtis Jackson, however, is an expert at the long game. 50 Cent was creating a huge media empire while Ross was showing out on television. He constructed a big studio facility in Shreveport, Louisiana, obtained lucrative residencies in Las Vegas, acquired significant film production deals, and started the multi-billion-dollar Power television universe. Music. With a terrifyingly controlled focus, 50 Cent returned his attention to Rick Ross after securing complete financial protection through his television empire. Music. Over the course of the past year, 50 Cent has unleashed a fiery digital battle strategy to break down Ross's biggest boss persona piece by piece, music. 50 Cent constantly made fun of Ross for opening for older musicians on the Millennium Tour as a special guest, saying that Ross was no longer able to sell out of venues by himself. On Instagram, he openly ridiculed Ross for mowing his own lawn on his 300-acre estate, portraying Ross's favorite pastime as evidence that he lacked the funds to hire a grounds crew. Additionally, music. 50C reportedly sent Rick Ross $40,000 as a public joke, claiming it was money for a jet charter because the biggest boss was seated in economy. After widely circulated pictures of Ross waiting at a gate to board a commercial flight went viral. While Ross put on a composed, dramatic face on TV and offered 50 Cent, the strain inside his inner circle had been growing like a white-hot steam pipe. A job scrubbing his yacht's bottom or promoting $1 million diamond jewelry on private podcasts. The largest boss's foundation was gradually crumbling due to the weight of the international ridicule, growing business pressure, and changing industry trends. A complete emotional breakdown was imminent. However, no one anticipated that the person who prepared his daily meals inside the gates of the Promised Kingdom would be the final betrayer. At precisely 3:15 p.m., the disaster exploded throughout the digital world. Last afternoon. It didn't begin with a typical news source. Before it was brutally cross-sauced to all of the key hip-hop relay hubs on X, Instagram, and YouTube, it exploded on a secret subscription-based insider channel. A validated digital timestamp from earlier that morning was included in the footage taken by a high-angle security camera inside Ross Georgia Estate's exclusive master office suite. In under 45 seconds, the footage's music, visually stunning scenario strips away 20 years of celebrity mythology. Only the ambient light from a large desktop monitor resting on a polished wood desk illuminates the otherwise gloomy room. Open bank ledgers, business contract files, and formal legal notifications are all over the desk. William Leonard Roberts, too, is sitting in a luxurious leather recliner with his head buried in his arms while donning a silk designer robe. 50 Cent's most recent viral trolling broadcast, a video analyzing Ross's tour ticket sales, his fast food business overhead costs, and his commercial flight images are all displayed on the monitor screen immediately in front of him as music plays continuously. Ross remains still throughout the first 15 seconds of the video. Then the calm totally collapses in a violent manner. Pulling his hands back, Ross displays a face warped by raw, pure emotional pain. The man who claimed to be an untouchable kingpin for 15 years starts crying hysterically. Tears are streaming down his cheeks as heavy music, sobs reverberate through the silent workplace. In a moment of complete terror and desperation, he snatches a stack of paper documents off the desk, rummages through them with shaking hands, and smacks his fist against the wooden surface. Breathing deeply, he looks at the TV while wiping his eyes with a sleeve of his robe. The weight of the worldwide humiliation has utterly destroyed him. SFX, abrupt decrease in sub-bass, followed by a tight electronic hum of metal. Ross' long-standing personal private chef, who has worked inside the Promised Land house for more than 4 years, released an astonishing written public declaration along with the stolen footage. After downloading the security file, the chef quickly packed up his stuff and left the mansion, giving a terrifying justification for violating his tight non-disclosure agreement. Music, I'm sharing this because the falsehoods are getting to be too much for me. For 4 years, I have prepared meals for this man every single day. I've seen him pretend to smile haughtily for the Instagram cameras before yelling at the housekeeping workers in the kitchen because 50 Cent shared another meme about him. He opened a pair of certified legal letters on his desk today and sobbed uncontrollably. The persona of the largest boss is completely false. He's scared. Corporate debt is suffocating him. While he sobs in his office over online bullies, his tour partners are leaving, and everyone who works here has been on edge for months. Music, the actual man behind the curtain, must be revealed to the public. The internet didn't merely respond. It had a really catastrophic breakdown. The movie has received over 8 million views over many relay networks in under 90 minutes. Millions of people debated whether the video was staged, genuine, or a scam created by artificial intelligence in the comment sections. It was like a fever dream to think that Rick Ross, the legendary rapper, was sitting in a silk robe and crying over Instagram postings worth 50 cents. But the story took its first genuinely disastrous turn just as the internet was beginning to process the raw shock of the tearful video. An insight that transformed a depressing human moment into a nightmare for the company. The 45-second leaked music video was subjected to high-frequency isolation software by an independent digital audio forensic lab. The story was completely turned upside down by what they discovered in the background noise. Music, during Ross's breakdown, an active speakerphone call was playing softly in the room. The voice of a top business official from a significant global music distribution company was heard in the isolated audio, giving Ross a chilly, robotic, and heartbreaking ultimatum. William, the brand perception indicators from Q2 have been evaluated. The approaching record rollout's economic worth is being negatively impacted by the ongoing internet mockery of the tour billing and the commercial flight optics. Officially, the board has cast their vote. We are using the emergency provision to freeze the project's $3 million marketing and promotional funding if you are unable to address this public issue with Curtis by Friday. Music carefully read that again. It wasn't just a humorous meme or a small-minded Instagram joke that made Rick Ross cry. He was crying because his real music company was in danger of being paralyzed by a financial freeze brought on by 50 Cent's relentless, well-planned trolling operation that had effectively penetrated corporate boardrooms. Music, the biggest boss, was not experiencing emotional distress. He was seeing the real-time shutdown of his revenue engines. 700p. The M. Last night, the isolated phone voice and the sobbing video caused an uncontrollable wildfire to spread throughout international digital networks. The top 4 positions on X worldwide were taken by the popular tags #ChefLeak, #RoyTears, #Ramasland and Cut, and number 51, which produced an astounding 15 million postings in less than 6 hours. Hip-hop commentary channels, blogs, and mainstream media sources were rushing to cover what was rapidly turning into the largest viral celebrity controversy of the decade. Music next followed the second, totally unanticipated turn of events that turned the scandal from a public relations catastrophe into an utter digital execution. Anyone who thought that Curtis, 50 Cent, or Jackson would have the slightest compassion or understanding for a rival going through a personal breakdown would have completely forgotten who 50 Cent is. Rather than take the high road, 50 Cent downloaded the leaked weeping video right away, posted it straight to his official Instagram account, and combined it with a dramatic, sardonic classical violin music. In less than half an hour, the post received more than 1 million likes. Music, however, 50 Cent wasn't done. 20 minutes later, he posted the ultimate nuclear weapon on his timeline, causing the industry to tremble. 3 weeks before the breach, 50 Cent released a high-resolution screenshot of a private encrypted direct message thread from Rick Ross' verified Instagram account. The public had never seen this side of Rick Ross until the texts were transmitted in the middle of night. Rick Ross was aggressively begging 50 Cent to halt the social media assaults in the private communications. Curtis, music, let's talk man off the internet, was one of the texts that were revealed. The tour dates and business are being negatively impacted by this internet, which is becoming out of control. Music, let's have a secret meeting in Miami, negotiate a ceasefire, and put this behind us. Both of us received money. Let's quit allowing the internet to make fun of us. 50 Cent's icy, brutal, and tragic description accompanying the screenshot caused music to become viral on all platforms right away. Asterisk informed you all that he was sobbing in private when opening for Bow Wow. Music, squinting, smiling face. You can't give me jobs cleaning your boat and purchase my music masters on podcasts, then send me late-night direct messages pleading for a ceasefire because your concert dates aren't selling. Maintain the same level of bossiness that you've shown on Joe and Jada's program. Your kitchen crew is the official recipient of the Ricky Chef of the Year award for being honest. Mang up broom #PowerBook receipts with an asterisk. Music, Rick Ross's business management and legal teams were thrown into an instant. Music, frantic panic as the public humiliation became so intense and oppressive. 9:30 p.m. Major media outlets received a series of furious red stamp stop-andist warnings from Ross' main corporate counsel requesting the immediate removal of the direct message screenshots and the sobbing video. The legal letter threatened to file multi-million-dollar litigation against any media outlet that shared the security footage, claiming it was stolen intellectual property gained through a criminal violation of a domestic employment non-disclosure agreement. By submitting official legal requests verifying that the film was pilfered from the Promised Land Estate's internal security systems, the aggressive legal approach, however, backfired disastrously. Inadvertently, Ross's own lawyers offered formal legal confirmation that the crime footage was indeed real. He wasn't acting. It wasn't a profound music fake produced by AI. The largest boss was, in fact, sitting in his silk robe and crying at his desk over the 50 Cent's trolling campaign, as the legal team had just verified to the public. The feeding frenzy descended into complete anarchy, and the internet smelled blood in the water. The ethics, music, and consequences of this unprecedented leak have caused the worldwide hip-hop community, social media platforms, and mainstream media pundits to utterly disintegrate violently. With more than 25 million users actively participating in intense, never-ending discussions on the complete annihilation of celebrity identities in the digital era, timelines have become a virtual battlefield. On the one hand, Rick Ross's longtime detractors, internet trolls, and 50 Cent's enormous online fan base are applauding the event as the final, definitive end to their 17-year battle. They see the leak as the ultimate reality check for a society that values phony bravado and superficial posturing. Music, without ever raising a finger or releasing a diss tune, 50 Cent physically brought a mature 300-pound man to tears. In the annals of hip-hop rivalry, this is the most horrifying and famous psychological triumph. In just 3 hours, a single viral post on X-Red received over 120,000 reposts. After your personal chef discovers you crying on tape over Instagram memes, you will never be able to hold up $1 million ring or claim to be the boss. On the other hand, the private chef and 50 Music Cent are facing a furious and emotional response from an increasingly vocal collection of cultural critics, mental health experts, and Ross ardent followers. They contend that disclosing private surveillance footage taken inside a man's house violates the moral and hazardous line that separates public amusement from human pain. Music, that chef's actions were unlawful and wicked. Every single person watching this has broken down under stress at some point in their life, a well-known hip-hop podcast said during an emergency feed. It is horrible to videotape a man in his private office having a mental breakdown about his company failing and then sell it online for influence. 50, because it demonstrates how poisonous our culture has become to celebrate a man's mental collapse. In the meantime, the music industry's commercial collapse is happening at an alarmingly rapid pace. Podcasters and prominent industry insiders studied the devastating effects on the Maybach Music Group brand all night. In front of more than 400,000 concurrent viewers, DJ Academics went live and explained Ross's difficult corporate situation. Music. You people have no idea how high-level business boardrooms see this. Unwavering confidence, alpha dominance, and limitless money are the foundation of the whole Rick Ross advertising brand. When your music distributors threaten to freeze your advertising expenditures and your corporate sponsors, luxury brand partners, and franchise investors watch a leaked video of you sobbing over internet memes, the illusion has died. When a boss collapses due to online pressure, investors don't support them. This chef did more than just post a video. Music. He destroyed corporate leverage worth tens of millions of dollars in an instant. Music. According to reports,